So one of the things that's talked about so much within the NoFap community is female attraction. And today I just wanted to make this video to kind of tell a story about a time when I was on NoFap and how I was able to use it to attract a female into actually making the first move on me and coming up to me first. If you want to know how to potentially get those same results in your life, I would suggest sticking around to the end of the video. But with that being said, let's just jump straight into it. So about 3 months ago, I want to say 10 and a half, maybe 11 months into my NoFap grind. So I was going strong at this point. And I went to the gym around 3 or 4 p.m. with my friend. And we always go to the gym, the same gym, every single day, usually around the same time. Sometimes it varies, but this time we went around 3 p.m. Right away, I noticed a girl who had been giving me a little more looks than usual. And she had always kind of made herself close to us, close to me. Even my friend pointed it out. He was like, yo, that chick's staring at you, dude. And I was like, I noticed it too, honestly. So she would use the same machines as us, or at least ones close to us. She would be looking at me, smiling, and I knew right away that I was gonna go talk to this chick because it just seemed like I had to. At this point, she was making it so obvious. Well, it turns out I didn't have to, because she came up to me, right? And she asked me if I would help her work out because she was fairly new to it. She was still like relatively attractive to me and she had a good body, but she was just new to working out. Like, she didn't know what to do. She was just kind of like a lost puppy in there. So she hopped in with me and my friend, and we were just kind of showing her the ropes. And between sets, her and I were engaging in small talk, and she was smiling a lot. So obviously this girl's interest in me was at a pretty high level. And I feel like that's always the nicest, because I don't have to give so much of my time, my energy, my resources to try to like impress her. She was already so invested in me, which I liked. And this would be a girl that I think I honestly hung out with her the next day. Like, we went and got dinner or something. And then we've like hung out and hooked up multiple times over the past few months. And none of that would have ever happened, I don't think, if I wasn't on NoFap. Just because when I was on it, I was giving off so much positive, good energy to the world. I was so optimistic, loud, and not loud in like a bad way where it's like obnoxious, but loud where I'm like not afraid to say what I want and like share my own input into things, you know? Because I feel like a lot of the time when I wasn't on NoFap, I was very shy and reserved and didn't offer my input much. And so now I'm just a huge believer in NoFap, and I really think that if you don't give in to your urges for a long period of time, it's almost like delayed gratification, because you're not gonna get that pleasure up front that 98% of other men get, because they're too weak to hold out for it. They're too weak to hold out for the benefits of NoFap. But if you can be in that 1 or 2% where you can go a month without feeling that release, then nothing but good things are going to come to your life. Because I mean, let's be honest, guys, like, you can't deny that if you wake up and just immediately jerk your meat, then you're just socially drained for the rest of the day. At least that's how it was for me back then. You know, I know some guys that do it like 2-3 times a day. Like, how are you able to go about your life living when you're doing that twice a day? It doesn't even make sense to me, honestly. You're just wasting so much energy that you could use for other things. You can put it in the gym, socializing, work. Excuse the dogs barking in the background, but if there's one benefit of NoFap that I could share with you guys today as a way to convince you to get on it, it's definitely that it makes you feel like you're not a loser. Just because you have the energy to socialize with people, you're not afraid to talk to people, you're not afraid to give your own input into things, and you just feel like more complete and wholesome as a person, and you feel optimistic for things, versus when you're jerking off 2 to 3 times a day, you're instantly just putting yourself at such a disadvantage because you're so socially drained for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. You don't want to talk to anyone, you're cranky, you're pessimistic, you're in a bad mood. So yeah, guys, that was the story. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys choose to get on NoFap. But with all that being said, this is Mike here. Stay up, boys.